My name's Reid, and I drive a 2004 Subaru Outback. We got the car in 2018, like early 2018, like maybe like March-ish, between my dad, brother, and I. We got it off Kijiji, off of some old couple that had like a bunch of Subarus, so you could trust it, or that's what we thought. It was pretty clean when we bought it, especially for a car of her age in 04, so she's a little old. I do have a name for my car, and my brother doesn't call her this, but named her Bondi. There's really nothing behind the name other than like it kind of sounds cool. It's kind of, it looks like a surfing car, but it's never been surfing. But I feel like Bondi's like a surfing name. Is there anything quirky or interesting? Well, there's a really interesting feature on the steering wheel, and it's really dumb. I don't know why Subaru put it in there, but it's called the parking light, and it's this little switch on the steering column where even if the car's off, if you flip it, you can just leave the lights on. I don't know why Subaru would put something in like that. It's totally useless, but it's a weird thing that the car has. She also makes a lot of noises, but so anything wrong with it currently? Nothing that I know that's wrong with the engine, which is good because these cars are notorious for blowing head gaskets, especially these Subaru engines. Knock on wood. Knock on wood that it's still good. So far she's been good, but fun fact, one of the tires almost came off when my brother was driving about a month ago, because we didn't get them retorqued after we put them on, which was a dumbass move on our part. But he was driving and he could hear something, and then it just basically went on him and he couldn't steer, and he had to, luckily he wasn't going fast and he was on like just like a residential street, but he had to like pull over, and that could have been really scary, but thankfully everything was all right, and she's all fixed up and better now. But definitely don't forget to get your wheels retorqued after you put them on. We probably did a shitty job putting them on too, because we did it ourselves in our driveway. Any crazy stories? I don't have too many. I know one time I was driving back from Stratford, back at university. It was pitch dark and complete fog on the way back. You couldn't see anything in front of you. And I was just trying to follow the white line on the road to get back. It was kind of scary, to be honest, but it made it through. And even though the car does have fog lights, I don't know, that's a bunch of bullshit, because they don't do anything. I don't know why they're there, because they don't do shit, but that was really scary. One time, for about a week, the exhaust was sounding quite loud. I was driving around in Cambridge back to Waterloo, and so, I don't know, we were dumb, don't pay any attention to it because it just sounds good. But then I was driving back, I heard a where the muffler, as I was driving, the muffler had fallen off, it had just corroded, and I was dragging it with me driving, and so I pulled over into like this weird parking lot, and I looked under the car, and sure enough the muffler was just like hanging on, and I tried to pull it off and I couldn't get it off, so I was worried that like it might need to be cut off. So I called CAA, and the guy got there way too fast for CAA. I wasn't even ready, and he came up and just yanked the muffler off. He just handed it to me, and I threw it in the back of the car, and I drove around with a straight piped Subaru Outback for about a week. I regret getting it fixed, but like, I guess we kind of had to get it fixed. But oh, it sounded so fucking good. It sounded mean, and part of me wishes I didn't get it fixed, but it's probably for the better. So we don't take her very far. We probably won't take her out of Ontario, because Ontario is A, too damn big, and B, just don't want to risk anything. It's totally past safety and everything, but don't want to risk it. Farthest trip we took her was up to Muskoka, Huntsville, which is, I don't know, 3 hours north, roughly, give or take. Maybe long, well, usually 5 hours because there's dumb traffic in Barrie, but you were there. And so, I don't know, that was a lot of fun. Although it sucks in traffic, but like that's like any manual car. So it is a fun road trip car though, but she's also a bit of a liability. No, I wouldn't recommend any old Subaru as a first car unless you know what you're getting into, which is probably a decent amount of maintenance. And they are kind of hard to find in good condition, but they are fun. As a second car though, after you've already owned like a first car and you kind of have more experience dealing with shit, I'd say, yeah, it's probably a much better second car. Future plans. I don't know. She's been through a lot. I will say the car has been through a lot. She's had a bunch of work done to her. She's old, but I don't know. She's been super resilient, and I kind of like that. She kind of can make it through almost anything when you think it won't. It just, I don't know. It feels fun. It's a fun car, and it looks cool. And yeah, I don't know. I just really enjoy driving it. I don't know how much life is left in it, but I don't know. I couldn't have asked for like a better student car. It's just been good. It's been fun having her.